Hey guys, it's Woody Mark here, coming with a brand new video, and this is another player predictions video of what the players I think will be rated in FIFA 15. But put your opinions below of the players and what players you want to do next. This episode is more for the players I haven't done yet. Well, the best players I haven't done, like Toure, Ribery, Iniesta, Vidal, and Lewandowski. So let's get into it. The first player I am going to be discussing is Andres Iniesta, and this person I haven't seen play much this season, but I've seen highlights on his season and he still looks pretty sensational. So 89 rating still. I still believe he's one of the top midfielders in the world, better than like Vidal, Yaya Toure, all of those kinds of guys. Pace +1, he still can run. Passing +2, because his passing, I argue it to be the best in the world at this moment in time, because he can do short passing and incredible long passing, over top through balls, all of that kind of stuff. Dribbling, he's sensational on the ball. Shooting, I might have decreased it by more actually. I don't believe he's balanced enough. If he actually had good shooting and scored, let's say, 25 goals a season, I would rate him as highly as Messi perhaps. But defending and heading, haven't really seen him, but put your opinions in the comments below. Robert Lewandowski, a top class player. People would argue he hasn't had as good of a season as last season, which I kind of agree with, but I guess Borussia Dortmund might have had a better side last season, but still, he is still a quality player. Bundesliga top goal scorer, I believe, with 20 goals out of 34 games, which is good. Like, that's very solid, but in comparison to like the Suarez, it's not as good. But 86 I believe is a fair rating for him. Pace 82, passing 81, dribbling -1, 78 shooting I believe to be absolutely disgraceful, so I gave that a +5. And defending 52, and heading I might have wanted to downgrade that slightly, but I know he's very good in the air, so I've kept it as that. So that could be wrong, I never know, but put your opinions below. The next player we are going to be talking about is Franck Ribery, and I've actually given him a -3 rating. I believe 90 rating was quite shocking. I don't believe he's up to that standard at all. I know his World Cup version is rated 88 when I looked at it, which is a bit right, but when I looked at the highlights of him, it seems like a lot of it was he had good teammates around him that helped him a lot. Don't get me wrong, he's still a class player, but I don't believe he's up to scratch. But pretty much everything I downgraded a little bit, because I don't think he's as good as it says, so yeah. But I did upgrade his heading by 5 because I've seen him score headed goals, so I thought upgraded by 5 would be quite correct. But overall, he's still a very good player. If he signed for like Manchester United or something, I would be more than happy. But he's not up to the standard of a Bale or Robin at all, in my opinion. I don't think he's on that level yet. A Toure Vidal, of what I've seen of him, he seems like a class player, but when you compare the highlights to him to an Andres Iniesta, there's just no comparison at all, in my opinion, to be honest. But it's the way it is. He's still a very good player of what I've seen of him. I do note that he did score a lot of penalties. That's the only thing about him that I was a bit unsure of, but rating of 86, still a very class player. Didn't seem to be a person with 80 pace. Passing 83 seemed around right, because he is very good at passing, but he isn't like 85 completely class. Dribbling, very good on the ball, more the ball control aspect of it. Shooting, doesn't really have a rocket or a shot. He can finish very well, which is why it's a 78. And defending, I'm pretty sure he plays higher up the field now, so his defending stat would be lowered, and same with his heading, but I didn't see anything on that, so that's kind of inaccurate. But still a class player, and it's a shame that it seems like he's staying at Juventus and not moving to the Premier League. Even if it's to a different club than Manchester United, I would still like to see him in the Premier League because he seems like a very good player. The last player we are going to be talking about is the one and only Yaya Toure, who people argue to be the best player in the Premier League, potentially now actually, just because people thought of him as the second best Premier League player. I'm pretty sure he's going to go downhill, but this overall rating is going to be quite controversial, I'm pretty sure. Not many people are going to agree with this, but pace downgrade by 1, just a little bit of editing. Same with the passing, little upgrade by 1. Dribbling, he's got very good touch and control for someone of his size. So if he was like smaller, he would have like 90 dribbling in my opinion. Shooting, I have increased by +7, which is one of the biggest upgrades I've actually done in, well, any player prediction video. So he's scored a lot of goals, 20 goals, you've got to give him something. You could argue he deserves a shot of 84, so I could have made it even higher. However, this is where it gets controversial, as defending wise, he was supposed to go up and down the field at times, but he didn't really get back enough, so I put his defending down by -6 and his heading down by -4, as he doesn't work defensively as well as he used to, in my opinion, so I lowered the rating dramatically. But that is the end of the video, so hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and say why in comments below, and do subscribe if you want to see more. And what play do you want me to do next? Put in the comments below, and if you disagree, which I'm pretty sure every single one of you will disagree with my opinions, if it's a stat or an overall rating, put them below in the comments, I'm interested. So it's me, Woody Mark Mafia. See ya guys.